pleasant temperature, but sometimes the sun up here in St. George can be a little more intense than you suspect. And Yates is going to get a start here, 0-0.
Pretty big serve to start the match there. A lot of depth on it too. Missed return by Alshon. Little net cord. Took the ball out of Alshon's strike zone. Give Johnson a 2-0 lead here.
But you can see how right off the bat Christian's standing with his feet up against the fence, using all, looks like about 10 feet behind the court.
I think he's one of the players that stands probably furthest back to return, give himself that space to be able to come in off of.
That was a nice reaction there by Christian. I mean, it made it look easy, but hitting those net cord volleys is not easy.
Strong flat return there by Johnson. Get the side out. Followed by a missed serve.
We see an interested spectator there, Hunter Johnson, watching his brother.
Wow. Very nice inside out drop there by Christian. It was a massive serve by Alshon, kept Johnson back. He's able to get away with that point.
Both players slightly off as we get started.
We're back to the men's singles game here with big serves, big returns, and following the balls up to the kitchen line as quickly as possible. We just witnessed a women's singles match that most of the points were played from the baseline. Very different strategies.
It's a nice chip there from Alshon. Getting a little bit of trouble, just chip one to your opponent and buy yourself a little extra time.
Wow. Very nice drop there by Alshon.
Early
forcing the air out of Johnson.
Looking at his paddle a little bit there.
Wow.
Almost had that.
Very nice volleys there from Johnson, making Alshon get out of position. Hits that one just wide.
Alshon's another one of these players. He's taller when you see him in person. You watch on TV and you think, well, he doesn't look that big. You see him in person, suddenly, whoa, wait a minute, that guy's pretty tall.
It's the first missed serve from Alshon. Both these guys going for pretty big serves right now. Wow. There's the two-handed backhand. Nice shot up the line. Very difficult shot to execute.
Yeah, Alshon's got great court coverage with that wingspan.
A little bit wide on that return from Alshon. And Johnson ties up the game, 4-4. I don't think that was going in, but Alshon went ahead and put the ball away.
Yeah. It was going to bounce off the fence, and he didn't want to chase it.
Makes it easier if he just puts it away. Wow. Looks like Alshon was asking if the ball was out. We have a bad angle to see that one. All right, he got one net cord back.
Looks like both players are using a pressure strategy, trying to just put max pressure on your opponent, either with deep serves, top spin, deep returns, get to the net.
Good little Ernie finish there by Yates Johnson. Still tied at 4. Wow. Clean backhand winner down the line from Yates Johnson. We've seen that one a couple of times now here in game 1.
Yates is another recently signed PPA player, so he'll be out here a lot.
Clearly upset there with his miss.
Yeah, let the ball get a little bit behind him.
Follows it with a missed return. We have a tied game at 5 again. That was a very big serve.
That was
Yates
a big
Johnson
serve.
was still able to follow it in. Impressive work.
Well, I think he's coming in no matter what. It was not the deepest return. Alshon didn't take advantage of it.
See, but Alshon is actually not following every return in. I think he saw the depth of Yates Johnson's serve. Ended up staying back for that point. Wow.
Alshon is tough to pass. He's really good wingspan.
Firm volleys on both sides. It's a really good stick volley on the backhand side from Yates. Wow. Great deep serve from Yates, followed by an inside out.
And
Winner.
that will give us what we call a walk-off timeout by Christian Alshon, where the player just walks off without signaling timeout or calling timeout. Seven, 5.
Wow. Missed that one just wide. Nice deep return by Alshon there. Johnson misses the passing shot.
Five, 8, game 1. Yates a little frustrated himself. He had an opportunity for a big forehand.
He just hit it down instead of placing it, and Alshon comes up with the winner there. Wow.
There was a
Beautiful inside and forehand.
nice passing shot there. Didn't overhit it. I think he's been overhitting a little bit. That one he hit more like 80%.
That's the first one he went inside in as well. Very nice volley by Johnson. Forces the error from Alshon. Gets a side out.
Eight, 7, game 1.
Another net cord. Alshon handles that one. Then a miss from Johnson. Oh, wow. Overhit that one a little bit.
Yeah, really didn't need to. Had a lot of open court.
Wow, nice deep volley. This game's now been tied at a few of the different points. It's now 8-8. Johnson had a bit of a lead. Alshon came back. Great return.
It's definitely been a game with a lot of ebb and flow.
Yes. It's a good finish there by Alshon.
Really good. Really
A little bit of
closed on it.
frustration from Johnson. Calls a timeout.
Back here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open, Alshon serving at 9-8. Win that one and earn himself a game point here, 10-8. This is game
A lot of
1.
frustration there from Johnson.
That's been a game that I think both players will think they should have won this game, no matter what happens.
Wow. A little boost of confidence in the game on that shot.
Welcome to the Pickler, where everything's better.
Everything's better at the Pickler.
Everything's better at the Pickler.
We got men's singles action. Jim Kloss here on Grandstand Court with Mari Humber. Christian Alshon just took game 1 with a quick run at the end and now is serving game 2. Hunter Johnson showing a little bit of frustration there right at the end of game 1. Carries over to the first point of game 2. I think I said Hunter Johnson there. I meant Yates Johnson, of course. Hunter is sitting in the stands watching his brother.
Would you be able to tell them apart, Jim?
Well, yeah, because when they called the match, they said Yates Johnson, so I knew that was Yates.
Wow. You sound convincing there. I've actually been around them enough. I do know which one's which.
Yates is the one with the green shirt on showing frustration. That's how I tell them apart. Yeah, a little bit of wind suddenly came up, and I think it affected actually Yates on the toss.
A little bit was generous, Jim. A very large wind gust is coming through right now. Oh, and the tent is...
Holy cow.
right now.
Yates serving at 4-1, game 2.
It's a great forehand by Yates Johnson. Made it dip all the way down to Christian Alshon's feet. 5-1 lead in game 2. Wow. Great volley finish there by Alshon. Missed backhand pass by Alshon. Side out.
5-1, game 2.
It's a great return.
Both players definitely focused on hard, deep serves, trying to get the serve returns deep as they can. Both trying to be the first one to get to the net.
Short return. The call by Yates Johnson was way out. Bit of frustration there from Johnson. He was able to keep Alshon back off the serve. Missed volley. Wow.
That inside-out forehand of Alshon has been very effective when he gets it in. He's missed a couple wide. Either a kind of a
I think
low
we can call
bounce.
that an ace.
Not sure whether it was low bounce or Yates lifted his head a little early.
Bit of a missed bounce on that serve. I think he's requesting a new ball. Christian Alshon agrees.
Referee trying to find a new ball to throw in.
Three, 5. And a new ball in play. Tried to chip that short, ended up missing in the net. Wow. There's the inside in.
Some nice
And
forehands.
a timeout from Yates Johnson.
Stand court, men's singles action. Christian Alshon, Yates Johnson, tied at 5-5 in game 2.
It's been a bit of a game of runs. I mean, Yates was up
Definitely.
5-1 in this game, and then now Alshon puts together a pretty big run. He's up 6-5. And there's another one with a missed return and a quick timeout from Johnson.
And it's definitely been a game of runs. We saw that in the first game, won by Alshon with a run at the end. Each player went back and forth in game 1 with a 2 or 3 point run, 2 or 3 point run back. Alshon closed it with a 3 or 4 point run. The same thing's been going on here in game 2. Wind's picked up a little bit. Alshon is downwind this game. So the wind's actually reversed from where it was an hour or two ago. Oh, I take it back. Alshon is into the wind.
I got to practice a bit yesterday, and it changed a couple of times while I was practicing. So it's very inconsistent, which makes it harder to measure the shot that you're hitting.
He's just a little loose sometimes with what are, not difficult shots.
A couple of unforced errors that you don't typically see from Yates Johnson. See if he can get a side out here.
9-5. Alshon won game 1, so he's looking to close this match out.
Yep, there's another inside out.
And that'll take us to a match point. That was quick.
That was quick. I mean, Yates was just up 5-1 in game 2.
Yeah, it seemed like just really. I mean, it seemed like just a point or two ago. He was up 5-1, and suddenly he's down 5-10. What a switch!
It's a great volley there by Johnson.
No, I think, Mari, this has been kind of a good example of where you can't let the frustration of one bad shot carry over to the next shot. You've got to let it go. Yates has kind of seemed to let one shot carry to the next point, to the next.
And you know, it's really easy for us to say that from here.
Well, yeah.
I do like to point that out because when you're on the court, it's just, you know, he just expects more out of himself. He knows the quality of the shots that he can hit in singles, and he's just disappointed in how he's performing, which is totally understandable. And there's a bad bounce. Hey, it's a game of runs. I mean, he's not out of it yet. It's not over until it's over, right?
Not at all.
7-10.
No, we saw Christian went on a 9-0 run. No reason he can't flip the other way. 7-10.
Tried to lob over Alshon's head. It didn't work out very well for him.
Tough,
And we got
tough day to lob. Tough person to lob. Tough day to lob.
But if he makes it, it's incredible. Match point number 2 here. Ended on a net cord.
That was close. Alshon closes it out.